Hello everyone. Today I am going to take a numerical on RL series circuit. Let's see. So my first numerical is when resistor and an inductor in series are connected to a 240 volt 50 hertz AC mains, a current of 3 ampere flows lagging 37 degree behind the supply voltage while the voltage across the inductor is 171 volts. Determine the resistance of the resistor and the resistance and reactance of inductor. Draw the phasor diagram of the circuit. So let's first draw the circuit of this particular question. As it is saying, there is one resistor and also there is a resistor inductor combination. So this particular resistor, if I name them as R1 and L1, R1 and L1 makes impedance Z1, and this is the resistance which is connected in series with this combination, and all of that is having a voltage source. Consider that as V. Also there is given a total current I is equals to a current of 3 ampere. So I is equals to 3 ampere and it is 37 degree lagging. Why lagging? Because it is an inductor circuit. So here voltage V is given. So there can be two types of voltage here. One is VR and other is VZ1. So VZ1 is given here, that is the voltage across the inductor is 171 volt. Since this whole is inductor. Why this whole of is inductor? Because this is the internal resistance of the inductor as it is specified in the question already. So VZ1 is given as 171 volts and total voltage is given as 240 volts and 50 hertz. So these are all the things given in the question. Now we have to find what we have to find the values of R, R1 and I think XL, reactance value. So reactance value. So XL1. These three values we have to find. So what we'll do, let's proceed. Whenever such RL series circuits questions come, first we have to see if there is total voltage or total current given. If there is total voltage and total current given, we can find the total impedance. Z is equals to V upon I. Hence our total impedance will be 240 upon 3 ampere, which is 80 ohms. We get as total impedance. Now if we see that resistance value, if we find the impedance triangle here. Impedance triangles are generally used to find easily Rx values. So if we draw an impedance triangle here, which can be this, it will see that this R value can be R plus R1 because they are connected in series. This value is perpendicular to R, so that can be XL1, and this value can be Z1 or Z. This can be Z, not Z1. It can be Z, total impedance, because it is R plus R1 XL, and this angle can be phase angle. So here according to this, we know phase angle is equals to how much? It is already given 37 degree. Hence if we want to find the value of R plus R1, we can find that as Z cos phi, and XL1 can be found as Z sin phi. So this is equals to Z cos 37 degree, and this can be Z sin 37 degree. So after calculating, I get this as 63.89 ohm and this is 48.15 ohm. Hence I got R plus R1 and XL1 values. Now how to proceed further? So this was a circuit. How to proceed further? So now we know that this Z1 value is also a value of this particular inductor, and the voltage of this particular inductor is given. So and the current will be same in the series circuit. So we can find this Z1 value, right? So Z1 will be equal to VZ1 upon I, because I is the same in the whole circuit. So VZ1 is already given, that is 171 upon I is also given, this is equals to 3. So we get a Z1 value as 57 ohms. Now we know Z1 value, we know XL value. How we know XL value? Because already we have find that XL value, right? We know Z1 value, we know XL1 value. So we can find R1 value. How? We can apply a normal addition rule, vector addition rule, as Z1 whole square is equals to XL1 whole square plus R1 whole square, or R1 is equals to under root of Z1 square minus XL1 square. So this is equals to, what was Z1? 57 minus what was XL1? We have find here XL1. XL1 came out to be 48.15. So that is 48.15 whole square for root. So my R1 came out to be 30.5 ohms. So this is my R1. So I've got R1, then I can find R. What can be the R? R can be equal to, so I have find R plus R1 value. R plus R1 value was 63.89. So R will be equals to R plus R1 minus R1, or that can be equal to 63.81 minus 30.5. Hence this came out to be 33.39 ohms. So we find this is answer. This is the answer, and we find the XL value. So this is the answer. Hence we find the answer which we wanted, XL1, R and R1. Now phasor. Phasor is remaining in the question. Let's see the phasor part. So since it is a series circuit, we will take current as the base. So this is my current is equals to 3 ampere as the base. And on this particular current, we get two voltage drops. One due to R and one due to R1. And on this R1 drop, also there is a linked XL. So because of with this R1 there was XL value, so that will be I XL1. Hence these two addition part give us the voltage in XL1, right? So I have named that as VZ1, as you can check in the question. And the total voltage is the supply voltage. So that will be from origin part. So this is origin. So we get a supply voltage. There's a total V. And this is the angle phi, which is specified 37 degree, because that angle is between voltage, total voltage and total current. So that V is also given 240 volts. So this is the phasor of that particular question. Now let's see the next numerical. So this is my next numerical. And according to this numerical, there is a circuit consists of, so let me first, right. So according to this numerical, a circuit consists of R is equals to 35 ohm in series with an unknown impedance Z for a sinusoidal current of 2 ampere. The observed voltage are 200 volt across R and Z together and 150 volt across Z. Find the impedance Z. So here I am considering a circuit diagram like this. So there is a resistance given as R is equals to 35 ohm and an unknown impedance Z. So there is an unknown impedance. Whenever the impedance value is specified, not specified, I will always consider that RL in series. Just not to make it complicated, I will always consider some R1, L1 value just for not complicating the circuit. And the total voltage is specified here as V is equals to 200 volt, and the voltage across this Z value is given as 150 volt. So here Vz is equals to 150 volt. We have to find the value of impedance Z. So now we also know the current, total current flowing in the circuit is 2 ampere. Right? So if we know the current, total current is 2 ampere, we can find the voltage VR. VR can we find out? VR is equals to, so this is the solution. VR is equals to IR, simple. So that is equals to 70 volt. Also Vz is equals to 150 volt and V is equals to 200 volt. Now for our aim is to find this Z. Z combination of R and XL. So I can put it as XL1 if we want to know the reactance value. Now first and foremost thing should came in your mind should be the total impedance Z. When we know the total voltage and total current, we can obviously find the total impedance. So that should be equal to, what is total voltage? 200. What is total current? 2. So that is, the total voltage here is, a circuit consists of, yes, the total voltage is 200 and right, so this is 100 ohm. Also, if you want to find the impedance Z, so this is total, if I will say the total impedance, I am naming as Z1. And if you want to find this Z, then Z will be, what will be Z equal to? Vz upon I. What is Vz? 150 upon I is 2. So that is 75 ohm. So these two values we now know. So let's find the phasor of it. Maybe after making phasor, it will be easier for us. So phasor is very easy for such circuits. Since we are taking series circuit, take current as base. So this is base. In this base value, these both are in phase. What drops are in phase? The resistance across this and voltage drop across this and voltage drop across this. So this is IR and this is IR1. From this IR1, since IXL1 is perpendicular, so this is IXL1, and these both parallelograms addition will give us VZ, and total voltage drop will be given as total voltage V, which is 200, VZ is 150, and this is some angle phi. So if I find, this angle phi is not given, if I find this angle phi, I can find the values of IR1 and XL very easily, like we have done in before question. So after seeing this phasor, the thing which came in my mind is to find this phi value. So I name my circuit O, A, B. So if I find this by simple vector addition, I have one formula that OB square is equals to OA square plus AB square plus 2 OA AB cos theta, cos phi, So we have simple vector addition formula here. From this vector addition formula, we have values of both. OB value is, so I am putting values now. OB is what? 200. 200 whole square is equals to, what is OA? OA is IR. I have already find it out. IR is 70. So that is 70 square. What is AB? AB is 150. So 150 whole square plus again same values 2.70.150 cos phi. So here cos phi will came out to be, if you relocate them and find the value, you will find that cos phi come out to be 0.6. So hence now we can find the value of R1, because R1 is Z1, or sorry, Z cos phi. So Z value is this. This is the value across this particular inductor. So that is equal to, what is Z value? 75 into 0.6. So R1 came out to be 45 ohm. Similarly, I get XL1 is equals to Z sin phi. So this is equals to 60 ohm. Hence this is the answer. Thank you.